he phoned his business partner and stated that he felt his wife was trying to kill him. 2 weeks after that, Kouri reached out to CL again, asking for more of the same fentanyl. She paid him another $900 and he delivered. 6 days after receiving the fentanyl, Eric died. Several years before Eric's death, he had told his sister that while he was on a vacation with Kouri in Greece, he thinks she tried to poison him with an alcoholic drink that made him violently ill. In fact, he had been telling everyone that if anything should ever happen to him, it was Kouri who did it. And he truly wanted a divorce. But the thing is, he was very concerned for the well-being of his 3 young children. And that was why he had been sticking around for so long. It sounds as if he was getting closer to making the decision to file for a divorce, but he had not done so. Now, Eric had been married previously. In 2005, he had gotten married and then divorced in 2009, and it had been a bit complicated. So his family urged him to get a prenup for his second marriage, just in case. So before he married Kouri, she agreed to sign a prenup. So she knew that if they divorced, she would be entitled to basically nothing. Now, isn't it interesting that January of 2022, so a few months, 2 months before Eric died, she changed his life insurance policy so that she would be the beneficiary of his property and money if he died. But the company contacted him to let him know, and he changed it back. He made it so that his sister would be the trustee of his fortune until his children were old enough, and that none of it would go to Kouri. But he didn't tell Kouri any of this, so she was under the impression that it was as she had left it. So she would be the beneficiary if anything happened to him. At the same time, he decided to make a new will where he also made sure that nothing was left to her. She didn't know about that either. Perhaps he should have told her. Anyway, now remember when I told you that the night before Eric died, they were celebrating closing on a $2 million home that she was going to flip. Remember that? Well, I don't think that that is really how it went. It seems that he told the people that he knew about this house, and that he was planning on telling Kouri that night that he did not want to buy it at all. So chances are they were celebrating nothing, she says that she couldn't find a good book to help them through the grief. So she wrote her own book. And she self-published it and put it on Amazon. And it was called Are You With Me? It was published on March 7th, and she went on a TV talk show in Utah. It was called Good Things Utah, that's the name of the show. And she promoted her book. She said it's about a boy who lost his father, and the boy wonders if his father is still around to take part in the important events in his life. And the father reassures the boy that he will always be there watching over him. She dedicated this book to, quote, my amazing husband and a wonderful father, end quote. One of the things she said while she was on this TV show was, quote, my kids and I wrote this book on the different emotions and grieving process that we've experienced in the last year, hoping it could help other kids deal with this and kind of find happiness some way or another. much, and I want to help them and comfort them. So let me write a book for children. And let me go on TV and talk about it. Let me play the victim on TV, so people will feel bad for me, and I will get attention and sympathy, and maybe people will buy my book. Hey, I mean, I can make even more money if lots and lots of people buy my book. And wait a minute. What do you mean he changed his will and his life insurance? How can this happen? Now I killed him for nothing. I better go and sue the estate. Yeah, I'm gonna sue the estate because he changed his will so that I wasn't gonna get anything. That's not fair. And he didn't tell me. That's totally unfair. Now, she was saying that the way he changed his will went against whatever was in the prenup, because I guess the prenup suggested